Did you know accessing your Oregon driving record online can be done in just a few clicks? And it might actually reveal crucial information that could save you money or, clear up messy insurance issues. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to navigate the Oregon DMV online services together and figure out exactly how to do this. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever wondered if there's maybe a hidden suspension lurking on your license? Or perhaps a minor discrepancy that's secretly driving up your monthly insurance premiums? Getting your hands on your driving record used to mean, well, wasting an afternoon waiting in a painfully long line at a local DMV office. But thankfully, because of the state's digital portal, you can now pull all this info right from your couch. So here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover why you should check your record, how to prepare, a step-by-step guide to the online portal, understanding the actual record, handling fines, and finally, a few crucial rules and reminders. All right. Section 1. Why check your record? The hidden value of your DMV profile. You really shouldn't just assume your driving history is perfectly clean. I mean, there are several incredibly practical reasons to pull this data. First up, insurance. Insurers actually look at an open-ended, non-employment version of your record to see if you qualify for policy discounts. Second, if you're applying for a job that involves driving, your prospective employer is definitely going to pull a specific 3-year employment record to audit your background. And honestly, it's just good practice to regularly check for basic inaccuracies or worse, hidden license suspensions you might not even know about. Keeping a clean record is absolutely essential for your livelihood, so knowing exactly what's on it is step 1. Moving on to Section 2, preparing for the request. Gather your information. Before we even jump onto the website, we need to make sure you have the right details ready to pass the security checks on the DMV2U portal. The state uses a pretty strict identity verification process. And look, if your data doesn't perfectly match their system, you're not getting in. You absolutely must have your full name, your date of birth, and your mother's maiden name. Crucially, you need the current mailing address that is actively on file with the DMV. If you moved and just haven't updated them yet, you're going to hit a brick wall here. Finally, have your Oregon driver's license or ID customer number handy and make sure you're using a secure device with a stable internet connection to protect your personal info. Let's get to the good stuff. Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Guide, Navigating DMV2U. Now that we're all prepped, let's walk right through the actual procedure. It's actually super straightforward. First, you'll head over to dmv2.oregon.gov and click on Access My DMV Profile. Second, you'll plug in that personal info we just gathered to verify your identity. Third, you'll breeze through a quick multi-factor authentication, the 2-step verification. Fourth, once you're inside your secure dashboard, just look under the License, Permit, and ID section and click Request My Driving Record. Finally, you'll pay using a Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card. And here is a huge bonus. The portal doesn't charge any sneaky processing or convenience fees for online driving record orders. A really quick pro tip on that third step. If you choose to receive your 2-step verification code via email instead of a text message, absolutely check your spam folder. It is incredibly common for that automated email from noreply@o.oregon.gov to get filtered out as junk, literally leaving people locked out of their own profile. All right, Section 4, Understanding Your Driving Record, Making Sense of the Data. Okay, so you've paid the fee and downloaded the file. What exactly are you looking at? Well, notice how the state categorizes your history based on who is actually asking for it. If you just want a standard history for, say, a personal review or your insurance, the 3-year non-employment record is just $1.50. If an employer is screening you, they'll pull the 3-year employment record for $2, which specifically highlights job-related accidents. But if you're dealing with legal proceedings or trying to get your license reinstated, you'll need the certified court print for $3. This one is the definitive legal document, featuring a 10-year look-back for major traffic convictions and a 5-year look-back for minor offenses. Now, as you scan through your document, pay special attention to the withdrawals section. This is the exact spot where the DMV lists any courts that have suspended your license or placed a hold on it, which actually brings us to a really critical part of our explainer today. Section 5, Handling Suspensions and Fines, Clearing Your Path. Look, discovering a suspended license can be incredibly stressful, especially if it's tied to unpaid traffic fines. But seriously, don't panic. Let's see how this timeline builds a clear, actionable path to resolution. If you spot a withdrawal on your record today, your very first step is to call the specific court listed. You need to find out exactly what you owe and whether your debt has been sent to collections. Within a few days, you can submit a formal request or a fine reduction form to the judge. After that, assuming the court agrees to help you out, you just have to wait a few weeks for them to notify the DMV that your case is resolved, so your suspension can finally be lifted. It is vital, and I mean vital, to know exactly which type of court you're dealing with. If your record shows a C prefix, that's a state circuit court. You can easily pay those fines online via the Oregon Judicial Department e-pay portal, which just carries a tiny $1.50 processing fee. However, if you see an M for municipal or a J for justice court, you cannot use that central online portal. No way. You actually have to contact those local courts directly to resolve your outstanding balances. Now, what if you simply can't afford the fines? Well, you can formally ask the court for help either through letter or Oregon's official fine reduction form. When you do this, be super detailed. Explain exactly why you can't afford it and the real-world hardships losing your license has caused you, like, struggling to get to work or take care of your kids. Show the judge the proactive steps you've taken to fix the issue. And remember, you can always ask if they'll let you perform community service instead of paying cash. It never hurts to ask. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, Important Rules and Reminders. Crucial final details. So, there are a couple of strict system constraints you really need to be aware of. And the most crucial number to remember here is 24. The DMV2U portal enforces a very strict 24-hour retention window for the electronic PDF of your driving record. Basically, once you pay for it, you must download or print it within 24 hours. If you procrastinate and wait until the next day, the portal literally deletes the access link forever. And yep, you will have to pay the fee all over again to generate a new one. So please, download it immediately. Now, if you can't use the online portal for whatever reason, there are totally fine offline backups. You can mail a physical request to the DMV Records Service Unit down in Salem. Just make sure to include a check or money order payable for the exact amount to Oregon DMV. Alternatively, you can visit an office in person. Just keep in mind that appointments are given priority. If you just walk in on standby, you might be facing a pretty brutal wait time. Just a quick professional disclaimer before we go. While all this information is highly detailed and accurate as of this explainer's creation, government protocols can and do shift. Always verify current practices, fees, and regulations directly through the official Oregon DMV website, or just contact the DMV directly to ensure you have the absolute most up-to-date procedures. So, the big question is, are you ready to take control of your driving history today? Honestly, why not take 10 minutes right now to log on and see exactly what the state has on file for you? If you found this explainer helpful, please drop your comments or questions below, and definitely consider subscribing for more focused, valuable content that breaks down these complex systems into manageable steps. Thanks so much for learning with me today.